If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television.
Sunny's dumb. Certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked, and half baked, and you went on stage with it, and it's nothing.
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there.
I mean, Kat, you're married. Tom, you're married. Your husband's doing something. If he's allegedly doing something like this, you guys would know if your wives were up to some nefarious stuff. But let's just not forget who she is. She's been for years lecturing America about morality, inequality, systemic failures, and look at her track record. How many times does she have to go on in the past 2 months and look at the camera and do a legal apology for all the stuff that...
The morning the scandal broke felt like just another routine scroll through the news day until something caught my eye. The name Sunny Hostin popped up, but this time it wasn't her fiery takes on the View making waves. Nope, it was about her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin. And let me tell you, these headlines, not cute. This isn't just another case. It's a full-blown blockbuster. But before we dive into the drama, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single twist in this Hollywood-sized mess. Dr. Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon who runs orthopedics and sports medicine, is now smack in the middle of a storm involving allegations of insurance fraud, illegal kickbacks, and, wait for it, a sprawling RICO lawsuit with a jaw-dropping 180 defendants.
Agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
I agree with a lot of what's been said. Let's be real. Only 31% of Americans trust the healthcare system. It's broken. And doctors like my husband are paying the price for corporate greed. They want to heal people, but instead, they're stuck battling insurance companies just to get compensated for their work. Take my husband. He's done surgeries for uninsured patients and then had to sue the insurance companies just to get paid for his skill. Kakusikum. The RICO Act was designed to take down mobsters, gangsters, and organized crime rings. But now, it's being used against doctors, surgeons, and legit medical practices. It's like Grey's Anatomy, but with a side of fraud. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hostin and others allegedly gamed the healthcare system, getting kickbacks for unnecessary surgeries and billing insurance for procedures that might not have even happened. Imagine, a patient undergoes surgery, insurance covers it, and behind the scenes, money is being shuffled like it's a high-stakes poker night.
A citizen that has a policy. I mean, I'm not saying that Joe Rogan should be removed from Spotify. He's got 11 million listeners. He's got $100 million, contract as of 2020. But I do think as the podcast platform, you have to have some sort of guidelines. How about a disclaimer on his podcast that says, this is misinformation? How about removing some of the podcasts that disseminate this misinformation? And that's
Now here's where things get real spicy. The lawsuit zooms in on doctors who allegedly accepted financial incentives to perform or recommend arthroscopic surgeries, usually minor joint procedures. On the surface, those sound routine, right? But the lawsuit claims many were totally unnecessary. Were these patients truly in need of knee or shoulder surgeries, or were they just pawns in a cash grab scheme? If these accusations stick, this could be one of the biggest betrayals in medical history. We're talking soap opera level betrayal, the kind that physically hurts. Imagine trusting your doctor only to find out you were just another paycheck.
It's always the people that always do the pointing, and it always comes back to them, all right? So when you said this is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York, you guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange.
It's like paying for a filet mignon and getting cold tofu instead. But don't get it twisted. the insurance companies aren't exactly saints in this story either. They've been accused of underpaying doctors, denying claims, and using every loophole to avoid paying up. So here's the real question. Is Dr. Hostin trying to blow the whistle on a massive healthcare scam? Or is this all a last-ditch effort by a collapsing company to shift the blame? Enter American Transit Insurance Company, the plaintiff in this chaos, claiming they've been scammed out of millions.
To a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, the orthopedic surgeon was one of 200 defendants named in one of the biggest racketeer influence and corrupt organization cases ever filed in New York. Emmanuel was accused of federal insurance fraud and, quote, getting kickbacks by performing surgery and billing a company that insured taxi companies and Uber.
Dr. Hostin's lawyer, Daniel Thwaites, came out swinging. He dismissed the lawsuit as a desperate move by a struggling business trying to claw back losses. He flipped the script, painting ADIC as the real villain in this saga. Classic legal move, attack the accuser. And yep, it keeps the courtroom drama on full blast. But wait, it gets wilder. Joe Rogan, king of unfiltered takes, didn't hold back. He dragged The View for their hypocrisy, calling out Sunny Hostin for pretending to be holier than thou while possibly knowing about her husband's shady dealings. He even threw this jab. If you average out the IQ of The View hosts, you might still struggle to hit 3 digits.
I saw you on The View.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's been overwhelming my past couple days. So I just went in there, did my thing. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know who Sunny Hostin was. I actually still really don't know. So I wasn't expecting necessarily for her to kind of try to ambush me in that way and attack my character in that way.
Well, it is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies infested.
Absolutely. But while Dr. Hostin fights to clear his name in court, Sunny has been eerily quiet. Usually she's loud and proud, ready to take on the heat. But now, crickets. Why the silence? Maybe she's waiting for legal advice, or maybe she's just trying to protect her brand. Either way, her silence is deafening. And here's the real kicker. Dr. Hostin is just one of 180 defendants named in the lawsuit, alongside other doctors, clinics, and even hospitals. If these claims are true, this might be one of the biggest medical fraud cases ever, with a massive web of corruption siphoning millions out of the healthcare system.
Her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a lawsuit. Okay, now let's read this. Rob, is this a video?
Well, I have this. I'll show you this. About
Just read this and I'll come to you. So, Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sunny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow. Hostin's attorney, Daniel Thwaites, denies the allegations, calling the lawsuit a meritless attempt by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier to intimidate doctors and restrict healthcare benefits. The case involves claims that Hostin performs unnecessary surgeries on patients after minor accidents without exploring less invasive treatments, with American Transit citing New York's 1974 no-fault law as contributing to widespread.
Next voice, nexty voice. So here's the million-dollar question. Can we even trust the healthcare system anymore when money seems to matter more than patient care? Doctors and insurers look more focused on profit than healing. It's like a heist movie, except instead of robbing banks, they're robbing your premiums. And if ADIC is just using this lawsuit to cover up their own financial disaster, they're only digging themselves deeper. This web of lies is going to take a whole lot of untangling. The courtroom showdown is set to be explosive. But remember, Doctor, Hostin hasn't been found guilty. These are just allegations for now. All we can do is watch and try to separate fact from fiction. One thing's for sure, both sides are locked and loaded for war. No matter how it ends, this case is dragging the dark side of healthcare into the spotlight. So buckle up. This scandal is just getting started. And as it all unfolds, we'll be right here, popcorn in hand, watching it go down like the legal drama it was born to be. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a second. Catch you in the next one.